Welcome back to Z Grill's Taste the Smoke. Of course, my name is Tommy, and I will be your host on over here today. And today's show is going to take you guys back all the way to the barbecue basics. I am talking low and slow barbecue, family style meals that will not break the bank. And of course, I am talking about some barbecue pulled chicken that we are going to pair out with some nice smoked corn on the cob and also baked beans. So jumping down here right at the board, you can see I've got my, these are going to be bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. It is what I like to use when I pull chicken. The skin is going to come off at the end of the recipe. We want the skin because that is going to protect the meat. And also, you know, fat is flavor, and that skin is certainly some fat that is just going to flavorize that meat more. Bone in, that is also going to help with the flavor. We will pull around the bones later. And basically, all you got to do here, clean up the chicken a little bit. I've got some salt. You want to salt out a little bit of kosher salt on both sides. And basically that is all there is to it. Step one is over. Now let's get on back to that Z Grills and let's get it fired up. Always remember, every time you fire up your Z Grills, you want to open that hood, let all that smoke dissipate, shut it down, set your temperature. In this case, we are going to go smoke temp or anywhere under 200. We want to get as much smoke on these on this chicken as possible in so little of a time. So anywhere under 200, it's going to be perfect. Alrighty, so that is basically it for this part of the cook. This is basically just set the temperature and let that grill maintain that steady heat for juicy, smoky, pulled chicken sandwiches. I will see you guys back here in about an hour. All right, so we have reached that 1 hour mark, and the Z Grills does what the Z Grills does, and that is about an hour of straight smoke. Let's go on in. A quick temperature check shows us that we are right about that 150 or so. That is going to be perfect. Once all that checks out, you can shut it back down, raise that pit up to, you know, you can go 350, 400 or so. We want to get a little bit of color on the chicken. We want to bring it up to that safe temperature. After all that, I'll bring you guys back. So it does not take long at that 300, 350, 400 range. 15 more minutes in, you could see the color on the chicken. That is exactly what we are looking for. Upwards of 190 or so is going to be perfect for this. We are going to get the chicken carefully off, get it carefully over to the board because we are going to pull it right now, and I'll show you the next step after that. Once that chicken gets all towards the gets all taken off and all put on the board, you are going to grab yourself a fork. Yes, you heard me correct. Grab yourself a fork. That is all that is going to be needed for this. First step here is going to be to remove that skin. As you could see, as I remove it, you could see the juices underneath the skin. That is why you want to cook this with the skin on. It is just going to trap all that moisture into the poultry, into the meat. Get your fork and just shred it apart like that. That is all there is to it. Once you get that chicken all shredded apart, you can get your chef's knife. You want to do a light chop on the chicken, nothing drastic here. Then grab your favorite BBQ sauce. You know where we are going with this. You can put as little or you can put as lot as you want. I go more towards the little here. I've got some other things happening. You want to give a nice chop on the with the sauce and the chicken. That is just going to bring it all together. Now it is time to construct our sandwiches. We've got our nice roll down. We will get a nice healthy helping of chicken out on the roll. I like mine with slaw. I mean, if you've never had slaw on a chopped chicken sandwich, you are in for a treat. You are gonna crown it. Grab yourself 2 pickles, get yourself a toothpick, pick it out, and that is gonna be your pulled chicken sandwich right there. And I am telling you, these sandwiches were to die for. 20 out of 10 right across the board, and so simple to make. Yeah. So look, that is going to be family style barbecue. Set it and forget it. and it is not going to break the bank. We've got some pulled chicken sandwiches. Of course, I've got it paired out with some baked beans, and I've got some smoked corn to bring it all together. And I have to tell you, because I have been picking during the snaps, the chicken, as you saw when you pull the skin off, which is very easy, you see it releases all that moisture under that skin. That is what's going to keep the chicken so moist. I've got to do that taste test, I know. And of course, you've got to have pickles. And I do love pairing this out with some just a little bit of BBQ sauce, because I like the slaw on it, so I don't want that BBQ sauce to overpower it. And here we go, and cheers. So look, I've cooked a lot over here at the Z Grills channel, and I have to tell you, not any of those cooks reminds me more of summertime than this cook right here. I mean, it has all the it has all the fixings of a summer family barbecue without breaking that bank. And I have to tell you, the chicken with the barbecue sauce is perfect. The coleslaw, if you've never had slaw piled on, you got to try it. I didn't even tackle the corn or the baked beans. I'm going to save that for in the house, and it is already about 90 degrees out here. This here is definitely going to be a must make. There is no doubt about it. Gather up those kiddos and go to town. And do not forget that Z Grills is going to have this full recipe right down in the description. You take that over, follow that link to the website, print out exactly what you need. And while you're at it, do not forget the Z Grills Instagram channel, the YouTube channel, that website, and of course that Facebook channel. You follow all them, and Z Grills will have you smoking, have you grilling all year long. So the only thing left for you guys to do is to get outside and fire up those Z Grills so you also could taste the smoke. My name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching, and until next time, we will see you soon.